Blockchain has been one of the biggest themes at Sibos over the past few years. Now we're starting to see the first blockchain services being launched into the market.
One of the earliest is called Innovation in Payments, known as IN from JP Morgan, which was launched at Sibos Toronto. To tell us more about IN's first year is Emma Loftus, Head of Global Payments at JP Morgan. Emma, welcome to Sibos TV.
Thanks very much.
Now, before we jump into the details, talk to us about IN. Why did you set it up?
What we were looking on with cross-border payments were areas of friction where we could apply blockchain technology to help expedite and eliminate that friction in payments. We launched IIN as a pilot in 2017, focused on compliance inquiries. Someone said, why compliance inquiries? It's a key pain point for clients when we talk about cross-border payments and things that may slow down cross-border payments. Compliance inquiries and filtering those transactions to be able to comply with our regulatory obligations could take 2 to 16 days. So when we looked at blockchain technology and we looked at an opportunity to apply that technology to speed up payments, that was a perfect use case for us. In 2017, we asked two of our key clients at JP Morgan, the Royal Bank of Canada and ANZ, to join a pilot with us to experiment with the technology, and that was the birth of IN. It's a secure blockchain network where we exchange data associated with compliance inquiries through the blockchain network sequentially in a secure manner through the blockchain.
Fascinating.
Yeah, and it's certainly grown because in the first year you had something like 75 banks who signed up to it. So what has their experience been of using that system, and how do they feel that it's impacted on their business?
Let me give you some late-breaking info. So in preparation for Sibos, we have 100 banks who've already indicated that they want to join the network.
Wow.
So it's been very, yes, 100.
Good
So it's very exciting. This is what happens when you get ready for a big conference. More and more people say, hey, wait, I'm ready to join. The pilot with ANZ and RBC went very well. What we were looking for was, does blockchain work to actually help speed up these transaction inquiries? And what we experimented with the technology when we went live was, does it actually work? Because if you're thinking about it, with payments, you don't want to just throw new technology in there. You actually want to figure out, does it actually help? And through the pilot, that's what we were proving. So the use case was, hey, these inquiries take a long time to resolve. If we were to apply a blockchain to the sequential nature of those inquiries, short-circuiting that by linking all the banks together, does it work? The answer was yes. So we decided to move into production, and that's when we started talking to many of our correspondent banking clients to see if they wanted to join.
And Emma, if we extend that line of thought to the benefits of the bank's clients, the corporates themselves, what are the key benefits for the corporates?
Well, with the experience, what we were trying to prove, does it speed things up? So you would think, hey, if the technology actually works, that would be a better experience for everyone, and we've proven it. When we talk about compliance inquiries, what we're looking for are typically three pieces of information. It's name, date of birth, and address. So what happens is you are filtering transactions against these lists. And if something stops as a false positive, you need more information to clear it. Linking the banks on a blockchain means you don't have to contact all of the parties in the payment instruction to get that information. You get it immediately. And something that could take 2 weeks to resolve, down to a couple of minutes. How is that good for everybody? Faster payments are good for everybody. Eliminating friction is good for everybody. The payments experience is uplifted.
Seamless business, basically.
Absolutely.
And what would you say is the significance of IN for JP Morgan and also the banking community generally? Because clearly there's a lot of excitement about this.
So 3-4 years ago, we were all out of business. FinTech was going to eat our lunch. If you were in payments, just give it up. Everything was going to move to the blockchain. For us, this is a great example of how banks can innovate. For us, it's an opportunity to apply new technology and new thinking to business problems that banks understand very, very well. We have the expertise. We understand how to apply the technology. What we've done is done it quickly, rapidly, through a partnership model, and we think that this is the model for innovation going forward.
Let's dive a little bit deeper into that. Can you talk further about how the adoption of this technology has allowed the firm to innovate?
So the way JP Morgan approaches new technology is very much through a center of excellence model. So what we do at the firm is we pool experts who have experience in typical technologies. So in this case, it was our blockchain center of excellence. Pairing that team of experts with my product team, we came up with a use case around compliance inquiries and got the technologists working on the model to actually solve the business problem. For us, it worked perfectly. So new technology, people who have experts, product people really steeped in how do we do things today, putting that brain power together to innovate. For us, I think this is the model of the future. This is probably how we're going to be rolling going forward in new product development, new technology applications at the firm.
Yeah, and looking at it from that development perspective, how does working with blockchain compare to other technologies?
For us, it was very exciting. We think the way correspondent banking and payments has evolved over the years has really been a result of the existing technology capabilities that were available. Blockchain for us is very exciting because the old sequential way of exchanging information from party to party and bank to bank is now connected all of those parties. For us, we can come up with many, many ideas. We're linking participants through a secure data exchange would really speed things up and help make things more simple going forward.
As you say, initially in is for exchanging data for compliance inquiries. How do you think that might expand further to further support services in the future?
You know what? We started with a use case for compliance inquiries because that was a common problem for many of the banks that we do business with. If you think about it, though, with data exchange, it's just information. There are other types of inquiries. There are use cases around payments fraud that we're looking into. If there was a way to actually rapidly assess whether a payment is valid or not using the blockchain technology, that's exciting. A lot of our clients would like feedback about their payments. Are they formatted correctly? Have I actually routed them as quickly as I can? Or at least cost routing. Could I actually choose another path to route that transaction through a cheaper alternative? Those are all the types of things that we think through a network we could actually add value to the participants.
Yeah, because I think clearly innovation is the key to what JP Morgan is doing. So what can we expect from you in the future? You've set a very high benchmark already.
We have. I don't know what I'm going to announce next year. We're already worried.
We're already looking forward to it.
You know, payments for us is core business. So what we're doing and applying innovation to payments at the firm is protecting that core competence and actually leveraging that and transforming that ourselves. So you can expect more, particularly in the payment space, and then more developments on IIN.
We very much look forward to seeing that. Emma Loftus, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks very much.